Hey guys, so today I'm going to be talking about how to improve the control you have over your disc. Now what I mean by control is getting the disc to go where you want it to go and fly like you want it to fly. So the first thing that I want to talk about is foot placement. Now you can kind of relate this to putting because you always line up when you putt, but you also kind of want to do the same thing when you drive, obviously. But you don't really think about it, and proper foot placement is completely necessary if you want to throw a straight shot or a controlled shot. Now before I talk about the proper foot placement and stuff like that, I just want to go over quickly basic backhand, basic forehand, and the different kinds of run-ups and stuff. Okay, so as you can see for backhand, there's kind of like a cross step, side step. They call it the X step. So for backhand, you're using the hips and your arm and your traps when you throw. But for sidearm, it's more of a technical shot. You only take a couple steps, and really all that does is it takes stress off of your shoulder and arm, so when you throw it, it's a little bit easier to throw than if you just took one step or no steps. Alright, now that I got that down, the difference between backhand and sidearm foot placement is that sidearm, even with right foot placement, you still might not throw it the right way, and that's because you got to keep your arm close to your body or just keep it straight, one smooth motion the whole way, whereas backhand, as long as your foot's in the right place, it's a lot easier to throw where you want to throw it. But the thing is, for backhand, it's a lot harder to change at the last second where you want to throw it. For sidearm, you can have your foot in one place and throw it a completely different direction to where your foot's pointing. You can throw it off to the left, you can throw it off to the right. You might have to turn your hips a little bit, but you can still change it. For backhand, it has to be lined up or it's not going to be right, because when you throw backhand drives, you have to have your foot, when you turn around in the X step, you have to have the back of your foot pointing in the direction you want to throw it, because your arm is going to pull straight across your body, and then wherever the back of your foot is, you're going to turn all the way around, spin on the front of your foot. That's where you get your speed and power from. Now I'm not talking about distance, I'm not going to go into advanced backhand techniques, but that's just the basis of foot placement. Now we're going to move on to learning discs. So if you're newer, you probably don't know too much about discs and speeds and stuff like that. So as you can see in this short little clip, I just look up one of the discs I use, which is Star Wraith. So you can see that the speed's 11 and the turn and stuff. Really, I don't think the turn and all that is too important. It's good to know about it because honestly, I don't really know. But really just pay attention to the speeds, because you'll notice, like for fairway drivers and stuff like that their speeds are about like 7, 8, and the distance drivers are, like 11 plus. And the speed basically is just how fast the disc is going to go through its motions. So if it's a slow disc, it's going to take a lot longer to come back if you try to flip it over, for example. So it's good to make sure that you have a good mix of slow and fast discs depending on your throw style and stuff like that, because a lot of people don't realize that all their discs are very fast, especially their drivers, and don't have any good fairway drivers for, like a 300-foot shot, for example. So now the final step to getting good control is making sure you throw your discs differently, because unless you have the same kind of disc, you're probably not going to throw the same way. So here's just a small clip of me showing you angles that I throw some of my discs a certain way to make them go straight, or end up straight. So as you can see, these change a lot, especially like soft putter to hard putter to fairway driver to distance driver. This might seem pretty technical, but it's really easy to practice your control shot. So first, I'd recommend playing catch with someone about like 200 feet to 250 feet away, and just try to throw a hard putter straight or mid-range, whatever you can. And then once you feel comfortable with it, I would try to go play like a short course that's in the woods, because that'll make you have to throw straight every time. You're not going to throw like a 400-foot shot in the woods. You're probably going to throw like 200 feet dead straight. Anyways, I hope these tips helped you guys. Make sure to leave a like, and don't forget to subscribe for more. I'll see you guys on the next one.